So the customer complaint with this Genesis is that oil light at idle, like at a stop sign or so on and so forth, and it goes away if, let's see, if we go to park, the RPM slightly just went up of above 500, but if we load it up again into drive, put a load on the RPM, there you go, light comes back on. So that's the complaint going on with this Genesis. All right, so the problem basically is the oil pressure switch goes bad. This is the original one. It actually broke off on removal, and the connector was full of oil. We've got a brand new factory piece. This job can be difficult because of this water pipe, so you're actually supposed to remove that. But you can get away with doing it by taking a 24 wrench, and you can see we shaved it down skinny enough to get it in there without having to get rid of that pipe that's in the way. So with this wrench, and you don't have to cut it, this is just one I already had cut for a different job. You can get this in there, twist it, and then get enough bite on there to remove and install the new switch. So along with that, you are going to need some of these injector seals along with the O-rings and stuff, because the rails do have to come off. Alright, so we've got it running here at idle. If you remember, that had to be closer to the 500 mark on the RPM. One thing I did do off camera beforehand, before replacing the sensor and when I was looking at it, so on and so forth, was to take a screenshot of when the light would come on. So this is that screenshot. So I wanted to kind of get a reference point of when it was happening, because for some reason they don't offer an actual oil pressure PID, just a temperature one. And then it's just odd that they don't, being that it is a oil pressure sensor, it looks like, not an actual switch. But either way, let's compare. So this at the about 560 RPM with the engine warmed up and oil temperature at about the 195 is when the light was kicking on. So I am waiting to get to that same point here, especially on temperature, and then that'll drop down once it warms up more. So I'm gonna let it sit idle some and bring you guys back, and that's also a good proving point or area. If we can reach these same two PIDs and have the light not come on, then we know we've definitely got a guaranteed, verified, good fix. Alright guys, so bring you guys back along to kind of prove out the before and after. I've been letting it run for a while. I even test drove it. You can tell it consumes some fuel there as well. This again is the screenshot of the before, when the light would come on, just so that we have this in our memories. 561 RPM and temperature 195. So let's back out of this screenshot over to Diagnostics, and I've got these PIDs already pulled up. Now our temperature is way higher than what it was then. Our idle at the moment, because it's not loaded from putting it in gear, is in the just under 6.5, so about 630 or so. Let's go ahead and let's load it up into drive. We're in the bouncing 520, 550, and there we go. No light is on. So this is a great reassurance. We know our oil is hotter, so it could reach possibly a little bit thinner type of characteristic, but with our RPM being somewhere in the same region, which that would be dependent upon the oil pump and the amount that it can put out. We're trying to keep that level or the same. We do not have the light come on. So with that, that is a 100% reassurance and definitely good spec that we know we are good to go. So let's, we'll even go in reverse. Sometimes that loads it up a little bit more, but looks like we're about the same. And so still no light. So this is a fix. Hopefully you guys learned something, especially with the removal, with shaving down that wrench. Definitely helped out, cut down the time.